So just saying, I now own this. Yeah. Cheers. I own a boat. Oh. Breakfast. Definitely breakfast. Oh yeah, the pea meal bacon Swiss with the home fries, extra crispy, here at Fresh Roots Cafe, run by the CMHA. Very, very good organization. And yeah, that's my setup. Yeah. Oh yeah. Very good. Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. Good morning. I'm just on my way to work. Anywho, I wanted to discuss once again that annoying phenomenon of religious fundamentalists telling you what you think, feel, and believe, and attempting to convince you that you really are just so sad and lonely and empty and devoid of meaning, and that your life is so worthless. Absolutely, yeah. 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 Lots of traffic here. Anywho, we're getting across. Yeah, so when they try to tell you that your life is pointless and worthless and meaningless without their God, and that you are really actually sad and depressed and unhappy and miserable. Yeah. When they tell you this, without having actually bothered to check and see to make sure, because, well, yeah, presupposition really is the foundational principle of evangelical Christian fundamentalism. Everything is a presupposition. Everything. It's like if you presuppose that a tail is a leg, a horse has 5 legs. Yeah, a horse does not have 5 legs. But with presuppositionalism, you can make a horse have 5 legs. Yay! Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. When the presup people tell you, because they've already presupposed it, that you are sad and lonely and depressed, they've already made up their mind. And that is the problem with presuppositionalists. They've already made up their mind, and no fact to the contrary will be allowed to intrude upon their fantasy. None. Not a single one. And that is the problem with presuppositionalism. Oh. Mango latte. I just put a down payment on a house. I'm a happy camper. I've never bought a house before, so I'm a little confused. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yes, I've made the down payment on a house. I just made a down payment on a house. And I'm a little excited and a little bit terrified. But mostly I'm hopeful. This is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. To own my own home. To have my own patch of dirt that is mine. That means a great deal to me. And so, yes, buying a house is a huge thing for me. And yeah, it's also shredding the last vestige of my being slightly not an adult. Yes. So I'm an adult now. I have a mortgage. I have a fucking mortgage. Jesus freaking Christ, I have a mortgage. Well, I will have a mortgage. I will have a mortgage. That's gonna be scary too, isn't it? Yeah, well. I will be picking up more shifts at work though, including some split shifts, which means more hours, more money, more exhaustion, more back pain, more time just letting my girlfriend massage me, because yes, that's an important detail. Yes, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. So yes, to maturity. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm buying a house. Oh, wow. Okay. It has been a long shift. I am exhausted, and yeah, I'm gonna clock out and go home. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Hey, yeah, it's Saturday morning. I'm at Summerfolk. It's Saturday morning. I'm in the backstage area. And yeah, there's nobody here. It's deadly quiet. It's peaceful. It is very serene. And yeah, it's a beautiful view of the geese and the summerfolk tree over there. And yeah, I've got the whole backstage to myself pretty much, except for one guy who's in the smoking area, but I'm not going to worry about him, okay? Yeah, all right. There go the geese. You can hear them in the background. They make an ungodly cacophony, yes. And I came back here on a quest for coffee, but there is none. There is no coffee. Yeah, it is apparently too early for coffee here, and so I am going to be coffeeless. Yes. How shall I ever survive? Oh dear. I guess I shall just have to play with chord progressions. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and others who shall remain nameless. Yes, I love you all. Absolutely. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday morning at Summerfolk Music and Cross Festival. 50th anniversary, 50th annual, and my 29th consecutive Summerfolk. Yes, I've been doing this 29 years. 27 consecutive years as a volunteer, plus another year as a volunteer as well. 28 years, 27 of them consecutive. Yeah, yeah, and every year it's the same thing. They always fail to have coffee for the volunteers who are camped on site. They really should, but can you really fault them that much? I mean, they put on a beautiful festival. Last night was amazing. If you weren't at Summerfolk, I feel sorry for you. You have my condolences. Yes, you do. You have my condolences. But I just wanted to share this beautiful Summerfolk morning with you because it is a beautiful Summerfolk morning. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, there is my view this morning, and there's the sun. And yeah, it just sweeps around here. The panorama is amazing. And the grain elevators over there, yeah, that's great. Absolutely. This is what I can see right now where I'm sitting. Absolutely gorgeous. And our state of no coffee has changed to a state of coffee. Because you have to have morning coffee to function. Absolutely. Yes, coffee. Oh, God, yeah. So, yes, good morning. Welcome to Summerfolk. Welcome to my Summerfolk morning. As I said, 50th anniversary. It is a gorgeous morning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And as I've said, for those of you who don't do Summerfolk, you need to do Summerfolk at least once. It's an experience. I can't explain it. You have to live Summerfolk at least once. And if you do it once, you'll do it again. Absolutely. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah. Oh wow. But yeah, the backstage is getting a little more crowded. It's still pretty dead back here, but there are some people. So yeah, I'm gonna have some more coffee, okay? All right. Good morning. And this is later on in the day, absolutely. And the view looking out, definitely, yes. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay then. Train, hey, mama, rock me. Summerfolk. Yeah, so anywho, yeah, back to our topic, which we kind of diverted away from a little, is, yeah, the evangelical mind reading that allows them to know exactly what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and what I believe about myself even, yeah. It's not as though they actually live in this body, so yeah, their attempts at mind reading are generally not successful, but yeah. Anyways, oh, yeah, yeah. It's not a church that gives you self-esteem, it's a community. It's not groveling to a cosmic tyrant that gives you a sense of self-worth. It's community. It's having people around you that you can turn to, people who love you, and people who you love in turn. And yeah, I when I was a Christian, I knew plenty of fellow Christians who were the most miserable, depressed people. And I was one of them. And it is only after leaving and escaping from Christianity that I was able to develop a concept of a sense of community with people, which allows me to be happy, actually, really. And yeah, if you don't have a sense of community, yeah, you need a community. You need people. Yeah, you need people. Oh, yeah. So, anywho, last night I came home from the festival because, well, I live 10 blocks away, and sleeping in a tent hurts. I'm 59 years old. I can't do that shit anymore. I realized that, yeah, that was great when I was in my 20s and 30s. Oh, God, I'm pushing 60. I am pushing 60. Seriously. People. Oh, do not attempt to sleep in a tent when you get to this age. It hurts. It hurts way too much. Yeah. Anywho. Oh, I wanted to finish what I had started earlier talking about the problem of evangelical mind readers who honestly believe that they know me better than I do, and who are quite convinced that I really am sad, lonely, miserable, depressed, unhappy, and I just need Jesus. Well, no, I don't. Because, no, I'm not. As you may have seen earlier in this video, I'm quite happy. I'm a functioning human being, and I have people around me, people who love me, people who care about me, and about whom I care deeply. Community. Your church gives you a community, and that community helps you to stave off depression, loneliness, etc. But that church community also instills in you a certain self-loathing by telling you that you are worthless garbage without Jesus, that you are a miserable sinner, that you are totally depraved, that you are sinful and dirty. And yeah, that message is hammered home to you, and you believe it. But your, quote, joy, unquote, joy, yeah, is the joy that your religion teaches you that your God has forgiven you for being, pardon me, filthy rags, for being a miserable sinner, for being totally depraved, for being sinful and dirty. Your God has forgiven you for this. But the flaws are still intrinsic to you, and you need your God in order to have a life of value and worth. Atheism doesn't have that. As an atheist, I don't have to live in shame and guilt and self-loathing over imaginary flaws and shortcomings. Believe me, I have real flaws and shortcomings that I need to address. And yes, these are addressed not by asking a magical God in the sky to forgive me for them, but by doing the actual work necessary to become a better person. And that's another key difference. Religion offers you a lazy solution to an imaginary problem. Atheism basically leaves you to fix your real problems on your own through hard work. There is actually a lot of effort involved when you don't have a devil to blame for your problems or a God to forgive you for your problems. Yeah. You get rid of those things, and you're left with just the fact that you are a human being. You are a person, an ordinary person. And you have flaws and shortcomings, and you have to deal with those flaws and shortcomings. You can't just ask a magical man in the sky to forgive you for them. You actually have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to go to therapy. You have to think about your own attitudes, your own view and perception of reality. You have to ask the question, how do my actions affect other people? Not, will a God be upset with me, but will my actions harm another person? And, well, let's be honest. You can make your God approve of any atrocity you like. I mean, let's face it. You probably have a handy-dandy Bible verse or a Quran verse or a Torah verse to justify sodomizing small children. And that's your way of doing things. It's not mine. The reality is, harming other people harms other people. Whether or not you can get a God to approve of it. And yes, you can always get a God to approve of your behavior. You just have to find the right verse. And there it is, the justification, the rationalization for anything you want to do. The Torah, the Talmud, the Bible, the Quran, it's all verses and passages that allow people to justify themselves. Atheism doesn't have that. And while I'm sure there are atheists out there who are horrible people who refuse to do the work to become better people, such people do exist. I acknowledge this fact. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He's an atheist. He's a horrible, horrible person. Ayn Rand was an atheist, and she was a horrible, horrible person. These were horrible people who, incidentally, right-wing Christian fundamentalists absolutely love. Yeah. To the point where they are willing to lie and say that these people are actually secret Christians. Yeah. But yeah, there are atheists who are horrible people. I can admit this fact. You have to acknowledge the fact that people in your religion can be horrible people. If you're a Christian, you have to acknowledge that there are bad Christians. If you're a Muslim, you have to acknowledge that there are bad Muslims. If you're a Jew, you have to acknowledge that there are bad Jews. You have to acknowledge the fact that these people exist. The same way that I acknowledge that there are bad people who happen to be atheists. And if you can't do that, then you cannot be honest. That's reality. That's reality. Honesty matters. It really does, because without honesty, well, you end up voting for people like Donald Trump. Yeah. You end up thinking that people like Ayn Rand are brilliant philosophers who should be idolized and praised, and that their wisdom is something to be emulated. Note the wisdom in quotes here. Yes. Yeah. And of course, you have your church community that keeps you from being lonely. But do you function outside of your church? And that is the important question. Can you function outside of your church? And if the answer is no, then yeah, you are lonely. You are isolated. You're just surrounded by other people who are lonely and isolated, who are clinging to each other out of desperation. And you're not doing anything to address your depression, shame, emptiness, loneliness, sense of worthlessness, your deep self-loathing. You're not addressing it. You're bundling it off onto your God and saying, he'll fix it. Well, he's not fixing it. You need to fix it. You need to deal with it. You need to address it. You need to work on you and on making you a better person. And you can do that. But you have to be capable of self-honesty. And that is something that is decidedly lacking among religious fundamentalists, is simple self-honesty. And my glasses are covered with raindrops because it has been drizzling steadily. Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to finish my laundry, get a shower, get dressed, go back down to the festival, and enjoy a wonderful, if somewhat soggy, day in the rain. Okay. Because, yeah, it always rains at Summerfolk. Absolutely.